Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna try to figure out a way right here while I got this thing up here like that. What can I use? Can I weld something? I think I can weld something to the, yeah, I ain't in no hurry. I ain't in no hurry to do nothing. But y'all see how I got this thing on here, and it's sketch. But I was thinking maybe couldn't I weld some rods like onto the back of here? Like I don't know, like right in here or something. Weld some vertical rods so where when I set this down on here, that the vertical rods will come up through here and make it where it can't go nowhere. That's why I left all this together. So. Okay, y'all, what's up? What's up? It's Monday morning, man. It's a little overcast right now. I don't know if it's gonna rain or not. I don't think it's not supposed to. You never know. So it's 20 minutes to 8. My guy will be here around 8. Yeah. So I appreciate the views over the weekend. You know, I had a hell of a weekend. And if you break it all the way down to the last compound, as far as you know, making money and or not, or you know, what I made per day or whatever. At the end of the day, I didn't do that great money wise, you know, for the full weekend. You know, the full weekend was supposed to probably to be right around $2,700 or something like that. But I got to 14 and that was it. Minus I have 300 for the tow truck driver. That was a steal. He could have charged me $500 or $600 and I still would have been happy, because in situations like that, it's all about the timing of everything. So I ended up coming out of my pocket, you know, and then, you know, 300 to the tow truck driver, plus I gave him an extra 50, so 350. And then another 100 to Justin yesterday for helping me get the track on. And you know, putting a track on is, well, a number of things has to happen in order to do that. You got to make sure that you're in the best scenario to win. That's why I had to clean all the grooves out. I mean, if you're out in the field and you try to put the track back on, you might, one rock could stop that track from coming back on if the rock is hung up inside the grooves there on the roll. Excuse me. On the rollers. So, you know, that's, well, the main reason why I didn't want to do it out in the field is, well, I tried and I put a lot of resources to doing it and then still had to pay it for a tow. Sometimes you got to forecast a little bit, and if you look, like I said yesterday, if you look at the bowl of the ground that the machine was sitting in. Now, if it was going to cost me $1,000 to get it out of there, then okay, we would have had to figure something else out. What I would have done if it's going to cost that kind of money, I would have went and go rent a Mini X. That's probably what I would have done. It would be really cool to have one of those Chinese Mini X's on standby just for stuff like that. They're cheap enough to where, I mean, you know, if you can get one for $5,000, I mean, for what you can do with it in the field and what you can do with it, you know, like in my building, or taking it out to a job like that, you know, yeah. So Justin wanted to work today. You know, he's trying to get back into shape and everything. But I couldn't work him today because the only thing I got, well, I don't have but one truck, number one, and I never run two guys in one truck. You know, me and two other guys in one truck on lawn mowing. My philosophy in lawn mowing is never have more people than you got mowers. That's, you know, if I can haul 2 mowers, then I want me and one guy with me. If I can haul 3 mowers, then, you know, but I rarely ever have 2 people in the truck with me on mowing stuff. Unless there's like some extra work we're gonna be doing, like, you know, hauling off some debris, maybe trimming some bushes, or doing something that the customer may have asked me to do. So we do a lot of stuff too. You know, I'll haul off debris for some of my customers. They all pay really well. So to me, you know, they're my mowing customers, but I end up doing a lot of other stuff too. But back to the skid. Skid ran great yesterday afternoon when I went back over there. So I got that job all the way done. Well, my consensus over there was to get this done, this done, and this done in my head, right? That's what I was thinking, you know, before the track came off. And I was about to wrap things up before the track came off. I was gonna take the grapple bucket off. I was gonna you know, put the brush cutter on and go up in there and try to just get rid of some of the stobs. That's all. I mean, I didn't have to do that. It wasn't part of our deal. It wasn't anything, but I saw how bad those woods really are. And he was telling me that, you know, he wants to take his grandkids and ride through the woods on the golf cart and all that. You couldn't do that. You'll tear something up. You'll destroy a golf cart going up in them woods. And you know, I know that whoever cut, one good thing I will say, one good thing about having that kind of thing done by hand is, well, it's a lot neater than a brush cutter. Like say he called me and wanted me to come over there and brush cut everything down, because those woods were pretty thick and there was over 40 piles in and around and everywhere. Like I said, we burnt a couple of dumpster loads of debris. But y'all see just how the GoPro just went dead and it's full battery. So, like I said before, I got a refund, a $400 refund coming from Amazon, and they dragging their feet now. They told me, well, I bought some security cameras and I sent them back because their website, their app was trash and I couldn't never see live views. So I'm like, man, if I can't see it live, and I don't want the cameras. So I sent them back, and it was like $395 or whatever. And I got some really top notch cameras. I don't know if I've showed you guys. I've had a rough weekend, man. So some of the videos might be repeating itself because I'm, you know, pretty stressed. Getting the skid home and everything only costing me $300. Getting the truck over to the shop, you know, and the skid home only cost me $300, man. Come on, dude, with $350. I mean, $350, man. That you can't. That record, you know, my buddy, the record driver, he could have charged me a lot more than that. He could have doubled up, you know, and I know that, and he knows I know that he knows I know that. So that's why I call him, because not just about the money, but it's also about the timing is really more important than the actual money it cost. Again, if I mean, I may mess around and buy a Mini X, a Chinese Mini X, man. Just pay cash for it, be done with it, and have it here. And then it'll help on some jobs, but it wouldn't be big enough to really do anything, you know, major. But it would, you know, better than nothing. So, but I used, you know, you have to use the things that you have at the moment. You know, there was a time when I didn't have a brush cutter or a skid steer, and I would do the job that those guys that over there in them woods over there where they made those piles, I would be doing that job by hand. I've done it more than once, more than twice, more than 10 times probably, where I'd be up in the woods like that on a half acre or whatever, and just clearing the woods with chainsaws. Yeah, and a four-wheeler. You know, so the evolution is evident of where I was, where I've been, and, you know, where I'm going. So I'm always thinking like that. I'm trying to evolve, but evolving is not something that you really, for me, and I got a disclaimer, you know, evolving is not something that you really consciously do, right? Well, I'm going to evolve today. No. It's more about a natural evolution of you and your business and your mindset, and making decisions based on what you have learned and all that there. So yeah, that's what it's been about the whole time I've been in business. It's always been about moving that way. So this weekend was just another weekend of, well, challenges, you know, and you're not going to make good money in this world, period, and not have some challenges along the way, you know. And if I'm going to show the good money, slap your mama $100 bills, then I got to show the slap myself for making mistake days too. So, and that's what it was all about. Okay, y'all, so we're here on HOA, man. I just wanted to share this with you guys. So y'all see this ditch right here? It does this. It does, like, you know, so you can't get a straight line, because you can see how this grade in some places comes higher than other parts of it, right? So this is going to look like right here, I can put the corner of the deck down in the bottom of the ditch right here, but when I get up there, I won't be able to. I'll have to slide this over that way. And if you're not careful, what you'll end up doing is you got to ride the bottom of the ditch, whether it's a straight line or not. And this is not going to be a straight line. So y'all can kind of see how it goes. So I'm gonna crank up, and I'll show y'all you know, how, you know, ugly it really is. And it'll make it where you can't stripe it or nothing, because, well, you can, but, well, this is trashy grass. We're on the roadside, man. I mean, there's only so much you can really spend the time to do, and they're only paying so much on the HOA. And right here is a prime example of when I cut it and I came back this way. No, when I was coming back this way, you see how the deck dug in right there? Because I was trying to get to the bottom of the ditch. And to get to the bottom of the ditch, you can't lift the deck up none. And what I should have done, I usually do, I just slip, and it happens. This line right here was created by this corner of the deck. So if I go straight down through there right now, I'm not getting any of the grass right here, because, well, the deck is way up high, you know, because the wheels and all are up high. So what you got to kind of do is you got to kind of go up a little higher than that and get that, and then step down and get that. I tried to get a whole pass, and you see what happened. If I'd have did say a 30-inch cut there, then I would have been a lot better. 2 30-inch cuts, because you can't change the grade, if you will. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but you see what I'm saying. Like this, and you got to turn around on stuff like this, don't turn around where the mower's facing downhill, because that's how you slide. What you do is you're going like this, right? And then you turn up and back down, backwards, and turn around. If you come down forward with the blade spinning and everything, you're going to slide, and that makes a big mark. Just a point to ponder. All right, come on. Okay guys, so yeah, I'm trying to get all my shit together. So we got everything done today, man. We did really good, actually. It's one of the best times that I've made on the HOA. Maybe not the best time, but based on what it's costing me, it's the best time. Because usually we'll have 2 people over there, and it'll take us about that long. So, but a lot of things that I did the last time we cut it, and my guy is catching on to what is going on. He's paying attention, which is, you know, for a 17-year-old, that's pretty good, I'll say. Because when I was 17, you couldn't get me to focus on nothing. $830, so it's okay. But look, y'all, I have not driven my truck 5 miles. So that's, you gotta take that into consideration when you talk about how much money you're making. It didn't cost me very much at all. But he did real good, man. You know, I've never had nobody as young as he is out here. I don't think, not regular. Now I've had kids in the neighborhood help me from time to time back in the day, but I didn't know nothing either, so I didn't know how good of a job they were doing or not. You know, I didn't know, because I didn't know what a good job was. You have to learn all these things. So yeah. One of my customers was telling me, and they got, well, they got a project they were doing in the back, and the dude ripped them off 30 grand. I mean, I don't know what in the world made them pay $30,000, and yeah, she was telling me about it, that they had to hire a lawyer, and they're going after him in court. And this guy, and I believe him, I believe her, because they're stand-up people, man, and you know, very honest, God-fearing people, man, and they're, you know, really upset about, you know, the guy taking them for a ride. $30,000 is a lot of damn money, man. And I mean, people get killed for less than that, man. I mean, dude, I couldn't believe when she told me. I'm gonna find out who it is, man, because I want to make sure I dodge them, or everybody I know dodges them. And I know a whole lot of people, man. We live in a small area. So she was saying that, yeah, he took away. He got started, you know, like they all do. They got started, and then, you know, yeah. So he pretty much ghosted them. They're taking him to court, and get this, he's online still. He's on Facebook and everything. She said he's still advertising. The kahunas of some of these people, man, are just like, I mean, I don't even know what to say, man. And I've been working for them for about 8 years. I don't even know what to, I mean, $30,000 is just ridiculous. I'm in total shock. And it was just a back porch thing. There was a screened-in porch, and you know, and some extra, you know, big little features and stuff. You know. So, and he's still advertising. He's paying to advertise, but yeah, I'd have him arrested, man. They're not as anal as I am. You ain't gonna take me for a ride on 30 grand. I'm not gonna let nobody get in a spot to get me for 30 grand. I ain't gonna say it's impossible, but it's gonna be damn near. It's a lot easier ways to get 30 grand than to try to get it from me on a project that I'm doing in my house. Because I ain't paying all that money up front. A contractor can't, for the most part, now I know there are exceptions, for the most part, if a contractor can't finance the job, then he doesn't deserve top dollar. The contractors that make the most money are the ones that finance the jobs. Now, there is an inherent risk when you do that. You know, I did that damn $14,000 job over there on all that sod, and we didn't sign it. I didn't sign a document or anything. Then they didn't either. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, yeah. But in our small area, 30 grand for a contractor to get you for, that's hey, did you really think that they weren't going to say anything? That they weren't going to, I mean, she said she'll spend 50 to get the 30 back. That's what she told me. But you know, I don't do a lot of 30 grand jobs. But I do a lot, you know, 5 grand, 10 grand, you know. And I've never had nobody sign a contract. We'll email back and forth on scope and everything, and I will submit an invoice, and then they will come back in the email and say, they'll come back in the email and they'll say, yes, yeah, Ray, that's we want to do this, but we want to do that here, and they'll just redline what I call redline the invoice, and then I'll redo it to their specs, and then send it to them, and all they got to say is, okay, do it. But that's been my history of doing bigger jobs. I've never really had to, but I'm not gonna give a contractor 30 grand. I don't give a damn. It doesn't even matter. I'm not gonna give a contractor $30,000 on any project. And if he's demanding that money up front, well, he won't be doing the job. I don't ever pay up front. About as far as I paid up front was when I paid the deposit when I had the building, when I ordered the building. I can't believe they would give I mean, who gives $30,000 to a contractor up front? They said he's got great Google reviews. I mean, Google reviews are Google reviews. That ain't got nothing to do with your character. I mean, come on, dude. And it doesn't matter how much money the customer has or don't have. I ain't beating nobody out of $30,000 and be able to stay in business. I mean, and still be doing it. I mean, I would have him arrested for theft. I would go take a warrant out on him. I sure would. And that's what I'd do. Call me the popo if you want to. Call me a snitch if you want to. That's what I'd do. You get 30 grand of my money and you damn ghost me. Oh, we're gonna sue you for sure. We're gonna lock you up too. You ain't gonna be on Facebook and on Google advertising and still getting work. Are you kidding me? Okay, y'all, so we're done. I gotta get home, look at the schedule and everything. I don't have no action footage today. I did put a little clip in this morning, just a little, for a few minutes. I'm trying to devise a way to be able to set that grapple bucket down on top of that brush cutter, and it be like, by basically making mounts for it, where it can just set it down and weld some steel rods or something to it where it can't move this way. Because yesterday the video got so long that thing was trying to move on me. When I got home, the chain was a lot looser than when I left. Had a good day, and hey, we're going that way this week, right? I am. See ya.